Good evening. Please stand in body or spirit. Please center yourself spiritually however you feel comfortable. Source of goodness, be present in our hearts as we celebrate this magnificent moment in the lives of these graduating students. May they know how proud of them we are. May they know our hopes and dreams for their futures. And may they realize their potential to affect this world in wondrous ways. Be with us, giver of peace, as we watch these souls blossom into all they are, vessels of knowledge, hope, compassion, love, and strength. Let each graduate remember not only their hard work and sacrifices, but also the support of their loved ones, mentors, professors, classmates, and friends, all who have offered encouragement and praise. And let us remember all those who have come before, opening a path to faith and reason. May we feel the presence of past hornets who have gone into the world to effect great change. Be with us, giver of gifts, as we witness today's graduates move into the next season of their lives, and may it be a beautiful season indeed. Amen. You may be seated.
Good evening. On behalf of the entire Board of Trustees, it's my privilege to welcome you to this, the fourth separate master's program, commencement ceremony of the University of Lynchburg. My name is Bob Lemon. I'm chair of the Board of Trustees, and I am, along with some of my colleagues who are here with me this evening on the board who are in attendance, privileged to be among the first to congratulate you. The degree you've earned and are receiving this evening acknowledges a tremendous milestone. Whether your next step involves a venture into the so-called real world or a transition to another degree, the diploma you'll carry away this evening is valuable and it's vital. It'll serve you well, not only in your career, but for the rest of your life. I shared yesterday at the undergraduate graduation ceremony something that's certainly an understatement. It's almost cliche to say that your time here at the university has been unique. The coronavirus crisis and its impact on the world and the educational system are without historical parallel. And it's certainly impacted your experience here in ways that no one could have imagined just a few years ago. But it's also true to say that perseverance makes you stronger. A college experience at any level is about academics and learning, to be sure. But it's also about perseverance. And while you may not have the same experience or memories as your peers of earlier years, you will have demonstrated the determination and the fortitude that only come from being tested by circumstances that they might never appreciate. I had the privilege of addressing the first separate postgraduate class, commencement ceremony of this university back in 2019, 3 years ago roughly. There I offered 7 observations from my post-college journey over the past 40 years or so. Now I won't recite all 7 here. These are supposed to be remarks after all, not a speech. But I will share 2 that I think are especially impactful in our current world. 2 that I shared yesterday morning, again at the undergraduate ceremony. It's the first and the last of that list. First, impact others in a positive way. Everyone has a story. events, thoughts, dreams, and motivations. And today is a big chapter in your own story, one that you will remember. But know that your interactions with others throughout your life's journey will make you part of their story. The mark you leave can be positive or it can be negative. But know that you will leave a mark. So make it a positive one. Second, be serious, but don't take yourself too seriously. Know that despite the next diploma you'll soon have in your hands, you still won't know all the answers. And many times you still won't even know the questions. There's an old adage that I've held on to for most of my life. There's nothing wrong with having nothing to say unless you insist on saying it. So listen more than you talk. Encourage honest dialogue. Learn from others. Value and respect their opinions and their journeys. And know that by doing so, you'll be putting this well-earned degree to its best use. You'll be impacting other lives in a positive way. Thank you for just a few moments of your special evening tonight. And again, congratulations from the Board of Trustees.
So welcome to this fabulous graduation ceremony. I'd like to welcome our trustees, faculty, staff, parents, friends, and especially the graduating class of 2022. Woo! I'm Alison Morrison-Shetler, President of the University of Lynchburg, and it is my honor and privilege to preside over this glorious commencement ceremony here at the university. Many of you may recall that last year's commencement, or should I say commencements, were my first as your president. In 2021, COVID-19 forced us to adjust to our now normal and hold not one but 5 separate ceremonies in just 2 days. I'm thrilled that we continue our path to true normalcy with a ceremony absent of social distancing, masking, and limits on guests. Of course, for those of you who wish to wear a mask, I totally encourage you to do so. These past 2 years have been trying for all of us. Students and faculty have worked together as courses were delivered remotely, sometimes hybrid, but mostly in person. Because in person is what Lynchburg experience is all about. And I know I much prefer a smiling face without the veil of a mask. Your grit in coming together and responding to a worldwide pandemic represents the ultimate final exam. And I'm so pleased to announce here to family and friends that you have passed with flying colors. So congratulations. So when I arrived on campus a few years ago, I shared my vision for the University of Lynchburg. That vision is built upon 3 pillars: leadership development, respect for diversity, and the pursuit of innovation in all that we do as an individual and as an institution. Already I've seen your future, our future, take shape through these many months of the pandemic, with the underlying support of these 3 pillars. So as you leave this place, please do remember these lessons learned and build your futures atop our 3 pillars of servant leadership, diversity, and innovation, values that are in the DNA of this institution. And I hope that these pillars become as much a part of your genetic makeup as they are part of mine. So congratulations, well done, and as always, it's a great day to be a Hornet. It is now my privilege to introduce the 2022 commencement speaker, Dr. Julius Sigler. Dr. Sigler, more than anyone I've ever met, epitomizes our three pillars and the core values of our beloved university. He is a true man of the University of Lynchburg. Dr. Julius Sigler graduated from Lynchburg College in 1962 and returned to teach physics in 1967 after earning his PhD at the University of Virginia. In his nearly 5 decades at the institution, he served as professor, an administrator, and dean of the School of Sciences. He retired in 2015 as vice president and dean for academic affairs. After his retirement, the university renamed our science building Hobbs Sigler Science Center in his honor, and in 2017 awarded him an honorary doctorate. Dr. Sigler continues to teach at our beloved university. He has served as a consultant to technology companies and the National Science Foundation and was director of the Robert E. Lee Soil and Water Conservation District. He's a former member of the Lynchburg City School Board and has served as chair of the board of the Central Virginia Governor's School for Science and Technology. I said a moment ago that Dr. Sigler is the embodiment of our values as an institution. Well, he's had a good bit of help along the way. We often refer to the university as a family, and the Sigler family has been a part of that family for a long, long time. Julius and his wife Jan, a member of the class of 1965, met and began their lives together here at Lynchburg. 10 days after Jan graduated from Lynchburg in June of 1965, she and Julius married. Julius soon returned to the college where he joined the faculty. Jan didn't work outside the home until her 3 sons graduated from high school, but was heavily involved in what Julius described as the social fabric of the college. Later on, she worked in alumni and advancement for many years. In retirement, both Julius and Jan have still regular visitors to campus for lectures, performances, and alumni gatherings. I am pleased to recognize my friend, Jan Sigler, who is here with us today. Jan? It is my great privilege to introduce your 2022 commencement speaker, Dr. Julius Sigler.
Thank you, President Allison, for, again, those very kind remarks. Welcome and congratulations to the master's class of 2022. Congratulations to each of you and to the friends and families who have helped you along the way. This is indeed a time for joy and celebration for all of you. You have now reached a status enjoyed by a small and elite portion of the world's people. You have earned the right to be called masters of your chosen disciplines, and you are part of a long and honorable tradition in higher education. You are joining thousands of others who have earned master's degrees at the University of Lynchburg and inseparably Lynchburg College. In recent memory, among those who hold such masters, you can find several current and past members of the Lynchburg City Council, 2 mayors, at least 2 mayors, the past and current presidents of the Greater Lynchburg Community Foundation, one of the first, if not the first, female juvenile and domestic relation judges in the Commonwealth, 2 of the past 3, as well as the present chairs of the University Board of Trustees, hundreds of local teachers at all levels, including college, along with administrators, principals, and superintendents. One Master of Science graduate was hired by Hewlett-Packard, where he led the development team that patented the first laserjet printer. He is credited as the inventor of that device and as well the inventor of the color laser printer. He later endowed a graduate scholarship at the university in honor of one of our former faculty members. 2 Master of Science students who took our graduate course in solar energy left their engineering jobs to create one of the first solar energy design firms in the Commonwealth in the 1970s. In addition to designing solar homes, they designed the original system that provides hot water for Montgomery Hall and the chapel. University of Lynchburg master's degrees also have an international reach. Dozens of special educators in the island nation of St. Lucia hold master's degrees from the university. Others are in business leadership positions in Japan and Korea. Many teach in Korean schools and universities. You have earned more than a piece of paper and whatever prestige you gained from your master's degree. Some of you entered graduate school fully able to learn on your own. Others have been forced to develop that skill as you work to complete your master's degree. You have struggled and prevailed during an unprecedented pandemic, switching from classroom to screens and back to classrooms, wearing masks and social distancing on campus, and all the while learning new and sometimes difficult concepts. You have demonstrated flexibility and the ability to learn on your own. That may well be the most important skill you take away from the university. You are not only likely to change jobs far more rapidly than your parents and grandparents, you will also see your jobs change around you at a dizzying pace. Master's work is challenging and requires serious commitment that can be very difficult to maintain if you are working full-time while you study. Doing homework and preparing to take tests are sufficiently taxing for undergraduates who are not in the workforce, but they create significant stress for those who have other obligations, especially full-time work and/or families. Graduate study requires family commitment and understanding. For more than 2 decades, I taught graduate courses 4 evenings a week. I understand fully how hard it is to work all day and come to class, and to not share evening meals with your families. So I especially admire all of you who have been working full-time, as well as those who have children. You've heard the old saying that when you see a turtle on a fence post, you know she didn't get there without help. And neither did you or I. Think with me for a few minutes about the people, perhaps outside of your parents and immediate family, who have most seriously impacted your lives. I've had so much support from friends and colleagues that it's difficult to think of just a few, but I'm going to talk briefly about 3. The first of them was my 9th grade algebra teacher, Edith Berkner. Mrs. Berkner opened my eyes to the difference between arithmetic, which I found boring, and mathematics, which was challenging and rewarding. She talked to us about the power of this mysterious entity and powerful tool called calculus that awaited us as we learned more. She saw something in a tall, skinny, and very shy 13-year-old who had almost failed 6 weeks in an 8th grade English class because I was too shy to stand in front of the class and give the required oral book report. Obviously, I don't have that problem anymore. I did eventually manage to overcome that. She made me her student assistant and taught me to use the ditto machine. That's an obsolete piece of educational technology, just so you know. Some of you know what I'm talking about. And I made copies of assignments and even class tests for her. Over the years, I wrote several articles about my experiences in mathematics, and I always gave her credit for her encouragement. I went to visit her when I was home from college, but she was not there, and I was told that she had been hired by NASA to work at Cape Canaveral. I couldn't find her in the phone book, so I lost touch with her until about 10 years ago, when a classmate from that same class told me she was still living. I then found her on the internet and wrote her, including copies of the articles I had written. She wrote back immediately, genuinely pleased to hear from me. She had not left teaching. In fact, she was offended that anybody would think that she would. She had rather transferred to another junior high and continued to teach in Orange County, Florida public schools until she was 65, when she retired and then taught for another 15 years at a local community college. It turns out that she was only 22 years old when she taught me, only 9 years my senior. I had assumed that she had long since passed away. The second is my PhD research advisor, Professor Doris Wilsdorf. Dr. Wilsdorf was the first female faculty member at the University of Virginia outside of the schools of education and nursing. And as you might imagine, as a capable and assertive woman, she was not universally popular with her male peers in the physics department. When the physics faculty did not recommend her for tenure, the president of the university looked at her folder, her teaching, along with her publications and the research dollars she was bringing to the university, and named her a university professor with the privilege of teaching in any school or department at the university, including physics. She thought that preparing to teach was an admirable goal, and that was critical because I was one of 2 graduate students in physics who planned to teach. She convinced the department to let me take courses beyond the minimum required for a degree so that I could build a strong background for teaching across the curriculum. During the last few months of my research, I was leaving home before Jan was awake and often working until after midnight. Dr. Wilsdorf would call Jan and give her pep talks, assuring her that the end was in sight. She was as proud of me as she ever was of her many research students and became a lifelong friend and mentor. At the age of 70, she was named Virginia Inventor of the Year, and in her 80s, she was taking sailplane lessons. When our youngest son was a senior at UVA during his Thanksgiving break, I asked him about the courses he was taking. He described a couple of courses in environmental sciences, which is his major. Then he described a course in the history of materials offered by the Materials Science Department. He said that it was taught by a team of faculty members who rotated the class lectures among themselves. He found all of them interesting, but there was this older woman who just lit up the classroom when she taught. He was absolutely shocked and possibly impressed when I suggested that he tell Doris Wilsdorf who he was. He had no idea that I knew her. The third is more local to the college, Dean James Houston, who came from a long and distinguished teaching career in history at Purdue to become the dean of the college. Jim was a remarkable person who taught me a great deal of history, stoked my love for the humanities, and set an example of academic leadership that one could only hope to emulate. His imprint remains on many aspects of our university, and those of you who are undergraduates here have been affected positively by his presence. He was the force behind the development of the Lynchburg College Senior Symposium, familiar to many of you, which has been a required senior capstone course in our general education curriculum since about 1980. This unique Great Books, Great Issues course combined weekly outside speakers on relevant contemporary issues with reading and writing and discussion of classic readings. Dean Houston twisted my arm to teach one of the first discussion classes and then to direct the program, which I did for about 16 years. My colleagues told me that teaching outside of one's discipline is sometimes described as professional suicide. So it was a risk for me. But my involvement with that course forced me to reread some things I had read in high school and college and to read many pieces of classic literature I had never encountered. It broadened my intellectual horizon and greatly expanded my ability to teach physics and to talk with my colleagues in other disciplines. It led to me being invited to be the keynote speaker for the first national meeting of the Association for Core Texts and Courses. The Senior Symposium itself led to the inclusion of this institution in the first and subsequent editions of Lauren Pope's book, Colleges That Changed Lives. That's just one of the many, many gifts I have received from Jim Houston. Each of these colleagues had an incalculable impact on my life and career. So you might ask, what's the point of this little bit of personal wandering? It's very simple. As you think of the people you would name, resolve to thank them, if possible, while you still can. It will become more and more important as you go along to have done that, to express your appreciation for the gifts that they gave you. I hope you have developed a strong relationship with the faculty who have taught you and mentored you through your graduate work at Lynchburg. Keep up with them, seek their advice when you need it, and let them know how you are doing. The odds are very good that most of you are or soon will be working in service professions as teachers and special educators in social services, providing health services. Some of you will take your MBAs and MADs to nonprofit organizations that have a serious service focus. Service is a good thing. If service is not part of your professional life, make it part of your community life. Service has been a tradition at the University of Lynchburg since its beginning. The university's founder, Josephus Hopwood, wrote in his autobiography that as he was traveling by horseback from Illinois to Missouri to visit his sister, and this is a quote, "On the way, I studied the question of going into the real estate business, making money by selling and reinvesting. It all seemed easy enough. By prudence and economy, a fortune might be acquired." As I rode along, I continued thinking over the matter. But what good will it do, I asked myself? Who will be made the wiser or better if my life is spent in this way? And there I solemnly resolved that my life would not be given to making money. Through his teaching and example, generations of students at the colleges he founded have followed a call to service. My own decision to teach was based on my own personal commitment to service. While you will now enjoy the status of holding an advanced degree, you should know that that status carries expectations. Expectations for expertise and expectations for leadership. Use your intelligence and skills for the good of your community and nation. Use your research training to determine what is true and what is specious. Step forward to lead when you see the need for leadership. From time to time, take that path less traveled. My college roommate and closest friend taught me the joy of occasionally taking risks. I won't say what kind of risks our college life might have involved. But I can tell you that many of the most satisfying things I have done professionally have been the result of taking risks, including teaching the Senior Symposium. Years from now, you may be far more disappointed in the things you did not do than pleased with the things you did do. You carry with you the strong imprint of this university. Even if your undergraduate degree was earned elsewhere, you are now a full-fledged Hornet. We dream about your future along with you, and we look forward to your successes. Be proud of your accomplishments. Be confident in how far you can go. You likely will not be able to totally or even approximately predict the course of your life's journey, but don't be afraid to raise your sails to the wind and enjoy that journey. Be bold and Godspeed. It is indeed a great day to be a Hornet.
So I will be reminding you at the end of this that it's a great day to be a Hornet is something that I say all the time, and you will learn before you leave. So, to the issue of the day. The 2022 master's degree, which have been voted on by the Board of Trustees, will now be conferred.
Will all candidates for the degrees of Master of Arts of Nonprofit Leadership, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, Master of Public Health, Master of Science and Athletic Training, Master of Health Benefit Design, and Master of Physician Assistant Medicine, please rise. President Morrison Shetler, I have the honor to present 2 candidates for the degree of Master of Arts of Nonprofit Leadership, 4 candidates for the degree of Master of Business Administration, 39 candidates for the degree of Master of Education, 12 candidates for the degree of Master of Public Health, 13 candidates for the degree of Master of Science and Athletic Training, 6 candidates for the degree of Master of Health Benefit Design. These January and May candidates have successfully completed the course of study assigned, have been certified by the faculty of the university, and approved by the Board of Trustees, and I ask that you, by your official act, confer upon them these degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and on the recommendation of the faculty of the University of Lynchburg, I confer upon the January and May candidates the degrees of Master of Arts, Master of Business Administration, Master of Criminal Justice Leadership, Masters of Education, Master of Public Health, Master of Science in Athletic Training, and Master of Science in Nursing, with all the honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining.
I also present 15 candidates for the degree of Master of Arts of Nonprofit Leadership, 20 candidates for the degree of Master of Business Administration, 14 candidates for the degree of Master of Education, 40 candidates for the degree of Master of Physician Assistant Medicine, 13 candidates for the degree of Master of Public Health, who expect to qualify for their degrees by the end of summer session. Subject to the completion of these requirements, diplomas will be issued in August. They will come forward to be recognized with the degree recipients. Will all master's candidates please be seated except the first row of candidates who are asked to come forward to the platform.
Talia Ain Thomas. Ahmad Rashad Afari. Emily Suzanne Johnson. Beatrice Kelly Russo. Lindsay Morgan Van Zyl. Margaret Shannon Flynn. Michelle Donnell Moore Lyons. Theron Isaiah Suggs. Israel Nissan Lakami. Eleanor Dawes Marinden. Jackie M. Lero. Peter Ingram Robertson. Austin James Neves. Stephanie Louise Burnett. Ryan Patrick Turner. Thomas Claiborne Thacker. Brian Smith. William Robert Dupree. Christopher David Martin. Autumn Alexis Farmer. Casey Nicole Reber. Latoya D. Whipple. Jessica Nettles Webb. Kathleen Armistead Viverka. Jessica Ross Putnam. Brandon Tyler Stinson. Sterling T. Harrison. Sean Michael Allen. Carrie Amanda Cruz. Riley Alexandra Harris. Emily Gail Simmons. Hannah Elizabeth Moore. Alicia Marie Staten. Rebecca Dawn Peters. Shannon Worley Bondurant. Diamond Essetzlawing. Rebecca Ann McCormick. Kellen Harvey Lachlan. Susan M. Wellen. Krista Michelle Walker. Saya Nomura. Claudio Otero. Junior Ronald Sanford. Mahika Shushuma Coronas. Celeste Fitzgerald Mabe. Brittany Page Ayers. Hannah Margaret Denise Wilson. Tanaya Alexis Roberts. There's Quentin Sandage. Taylor Marie Lefevre. Leah Madison Dumas. Adam Todd Duffelmeyer. Amy Marie Carr. Richard Craig Kiley. David Thomas Legue. Nicholas Vincent D. Antonio. Matthew Callaway Meadows. Eric Michael Corella. Madeline Margaret Chaplin. Rosalie Danielle Paroli. Abigail Marie Spriggans. Samantha Marie Falls. Lan Lihoeng Tran. Courtney Latonya Antongong. Hannah Elizabeth Snyder. Alyssa Hope Shepard. Andrew Lewis Freeman. Michaela Loren Marchese. Catherine Elizabeth Moore. Madison K. Oaks Duketovich. Taryn Lynn Green. Thomas J. Lilly. Megan Colleen Field. Melissa Ann Gill. Madison Lane Murray. Brianna Marie Crowley. Caroline Marie Eberhardt. Corey Allen Crabtree. Marion Taylor Strange. Megan Haley Sprouse. Mackenzie Ray Harris. Teresa Claire Lee. Kiati Delata. Thank you. Minyat Dang Nguyen. Brianna Brooke Holyfield. Aaron Megan Alpa. Greer Orchard Trainham. Nancy Kennebrew Hatcher. Nicholas Patrick Peters. Lauren Ashley Lane. Sayani Yosef Abdisa. Matthew Christian Louis Jacques. Laith Liad Escar. Last name? Last name? Last name? Haidari. Thank you. Muhammad Alas Hadari. Candace Danielle Brown. Quintessa Horsley Baker. Alyssa Mae Rudy. Kayla Grace Huget. Michaela Rose Cholak. Sarah Young Cott. Taylor Marie Deskins. Adriana Elsie Vest-Turner. Paige Emma Summers. Jody Mizador. Renita Opoku Safor. Kiara Chanel Reese. Megan Regina Coles. Christina Leanne Harris. Sherelle Marquis Gray. Lacey Augustine Teal. Kelsey Marie Kaiser. Courtney Rose Lacado. Rebecca Lynn Natoli. Daisha Marie Serlan, Daisha Denise Mans. Abigail Grace Pogue. Casey Suzanne Donalds. Shelton James Gray. Stephanie Carr. Madison Ray Cody. Casey Barr Warbley. Johanna Lane. Jade McCoy. Robert J. Heigl. Michael Jamar Pfeiffer.
So please join me in one more rousing applause for our graduates. Thank you. As we conclude our commencement ceremonies, I'd like to acknowledge some very special folks in our audience today. We are a military-friendly university. On behalf of all of our Hornet family, I want to salute those of you who have and are serving our country. We are so very proud of you. Would the graduating students and anyone in the audience today who are veterans, active duty, Guard, and Reserve members, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Please let me recognize other special guests that are here to celebrate with our graduates today, in person or online. And so please stand if you're able as I call on you. I would like to celebrate the families of our graduates. So if you are the spouse, partner, and children of our graduates, please stand. With the parents and grandparents and friends of other family members of our graduates, please stand. With the faculty, staff, and community members who are with us, please stand. Graduates, show your love. That's the exercise part of our commencement today. Again, my heartfelt congratulations to our graduates. Now go forth and make a difference in your community, the Commonwealth, our nation, and the world. Congratulations, and please everybody join me in saying, It's a great day to be a Hornet. Congratulations.
I have one brief announcement before we end the ceremony. After the benediction, the platform party will recess down the middle of the aisle. We ask that you remain in your seats until they have made their way back. And now I offer this benediction, which in essence is a prayer of good wishes to you. And as an interfaith chaplain, I'm going to be using different traditions in this blessing. Most loving, absolute truth, originator, restorer, giver of life, be with us as we celebrate the remarkable conclusion of these students' graduate work. May the coming chapters be abounding with adventure, joy, and success. May each graduate's walk be prosperous and gladsome, and may they take their acquired skills into this realm, making it a better place for all beings. May these graduates always have compassion at the forefront of their practices, and may they be a presence of peace within your creation. May blessings be abundant, may celebrations always be near, may reason and ethics be unwavering compasses, and may love always be an inspiration. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Amen.